Good morning, Cullman, and thank you for tuning into Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Friday, August 2nd. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on First Source for Women's new fundraising event, Wellness Day at the North Walmart, and Cullman County tomatoes on Capitol Hill. All of this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. Teachers at Cullman County Schools spent the day yesterday at Desperation Church, brushing up on their skills and shaking off the summertime blues. They gathered for the 2024 to 2025 Teachers Institute Workshop, a key event to prepare for the upcoming school year. Our next story features an exciting new fundraiser event hosted by First Source for Women. The Tinsel and Timber Auction event is set to take place on November 14th at Brickhaven Venue. Doors will open at 6 p.m. with a silent auction offering giftable items to help you get a head start on your Christmas shopping. The highlight of the evening will be a live auction featuring 12 fully decorated Christmas trees. There will also be live music by Winslow Davis, a People's Choice Award for the crowd's favorite tree, and door prizes throughout the event. Guests can enjoy heavy hors d'oeuvres and appetizers, and a cash bar will be available featuring signature holiday cocktails. To purchase tickets, contact First Source for Women at 256-352-5683. Next up, nearly 24 employers recently gathered to recruit over 100 Wallace State nursing students who are nearing the end of their third semester in the program. These students are soon to be eligible to sit for the NCLEX PN licensure exam, allowing them to become licensed practical nurses and enter the workforce with those credentials. The Wallace State Department of Nursing Education is also accepting applications through October 1st for the spring 2025 semester. For more information, visit wallacestate.edu/nursing, email nursingapplicant@wallacestate.edu, or call 256-352-8199. And we finish out our top stories with an alert from the Cullman County Road Department. The bridge on County Road 1437 will remain closed for repairs and maintenance throughout the weekend. The roadway is expected to reopen by Monday afternoon. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. Let's get today's sports segment started with a look at some of the new additions to this year's West Point varsity football coaching staff. West Point has been sharing information on its new assistant coaches on social media throughout the week. Coach Logan Mickenish is a recent graduate of UNA, where he was a starter for the Lions offensive line. Coach Mickenish will be coaching the offensive line, focusing on tackles, tight ends, and H-backs. Coach Anthony Wallace is beginning his 5th year of coaching and his first at West Point. He played collegiately at Belhaven and Miles and is a 2018 University of Alabama graduate. Coach Wallace will be coaching running backs. Coach Zeke White is beginning his 1st year coaching at West Point. He recently joined the coaching staff after playing and coaching at Millsaps College. Coach White will be coaching the defensive line. The Warriors will play a jamboree game against Hanceville on August 16th before kicking off the regular season against Haleyville on August 23rd. Moving over to some exciting Olympics news from Paris, Auburn's Sunisa Lee made an incredible comeback to win another medal at this year's Games. On Thursday, she captured the bronze in an all-around final with a score of 56.465. After starting the meet in 7th place following the first rotation, Lee battled back in the next 2 rounds. She climbed into a tie for 4th after the 3rd rotation, with only floor routine remaining. Needing a 13.534 to reach the podium, Lee delivered her best floor routine of the week, scoring a 13.666 to claim the bronze medal. Lee kicked off the meet as the first competitor on the vault, scoring a 13.933 and starting off the day in 7th place. She moved up to 5th following an impressive bars routine in rotation 2, earning a 14.866, the second highest bar score of the day. Next up, Lee will aim for gold in the uneven bars on Sunday at 8:40 a.m., and she will compete on the beam on Monday at 5:36 a.m. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be back right after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The North Alabama Agriplex had visitors Tony Glover and Christy Mendoza on Wednesday as the duo hosted a class geared toward home tomato growers. The class covered the most productive times to plant and harvest tomatoes, along with tips and tricks to help them flourish and grow. Wellness Day is happening tomorrow at the North Walmart on Highway 157 from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Get ready for back to school with free health screenings, no-cost immunizations, and more. For more information on qualifying vaccines and applicable copays, visit walmart.com/wellnesshub. Flourish of Cullman embraced the American spirit by hosting its own Olympic events for the clients at the Hansville Pool. Participants competed in various water events, including diving, swimming, and water polo. One of Alabama's representatives, Robert Adderholt, returned to Capitol Hill recently and brought a taste of home with him. Other Congress members in D.C. were treated to the flavors of the South with a basket of fresh tomatoes grown locally in Cullman at J. Calvert Farms. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Discover what's buzzing in Cullman with Community Matters, where every story pops off the page with local flair. It's the magazine that's got the inside track on what's now, what's new, and who's who. Get the lowdown on top eats and 411 on recipes that'll turn up your summer cooking game. Relive our local team's triumphs on the sports fields and pencil in summer's hottest events for fun the whole family will love. Get your copy of Community Matters at the Cullman Tribune, any of the local businesses on screen, or scan the QR code.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Audra Danielle Johnson. Audra Danielle Johnson, or Danny, 50 of Cullman, passed away too soon from this life on Wednesday, July 31st at her residence. A memorial service will be held at a later date. Dorothy Dean Mays. Funeral services for Dorothy Dean Mays, 84 of Hansville, will be held at 1 p.m. on Sunday, August 4th at Damascus Missionary Baptist Church. Family will receive friends from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the church. Susan Marie Evans. Susan Marie Evans, 61 of Cullman, passed from this life on Tuesday, July 30th. A funeral service for her will be at Missionary Grove Baptist Church on Monday, August 5th at 2 p.m. Visitation will be held from noon until 2 p.m. with interment following at Missionary Grove Baptist Church Cemetery. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now, let's take a look at the weekend weather forecast. Today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a high near 95. Be mindful of heat index values, which can make it feel like 102. By the afternoon, there's a 30% chance we might experience some showers or thunderstorms. Heading into Friday night, the chance for showers and thunderstorms continues, but it'll clear up as we move towards midnight. Expect mostly clear skies and a mild low around 72. On Saturday, the weather pattern remains quite similar. We'll have plenty of sun with a high near 90, but there's a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms popping up after 1 p.m. Saturday night brings mostly clear skies and a comfortable low of around 70. And closing out the weekend, Sunday looks sunny with a high near 91, and Sunday night will be clear with a low of around 70. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early on Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. For now, I'm Dustin Nysom with Cullman Today, wishing you a wonderful weekend, Cullman.